Looking at our world today, we have a lot of issues going on. We have a lot of social injustice and a lot of social problems, cultural issues, systemic and systematic problems in our system itself and interactions between people. So first, identifying that we have problems going on in our world, and then to understand why those problems exist. Essentially, I think that the social injustice that's happening right now in our world is due to something that is a symptom of what the actual root cause of the issue is. And I think the root cause has to do with an imbalance of resources, a lack of resources, so that creates a lot of competition. And when you increase competition, that creates the social pressures on us individually and also systemically on a grand scale of these social imbalances that are happening. So things like racism, movements like feminism, gender inequality, or the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, homelessness, drug addiction, all of these widespread issues, I think, are symptoms of the root cause at the core, which is competition of resources. So what is the solution to that problem? And I think largely it's creating a system that is sustainable, where we can have more equal opportunity for everyone in the system, because there's enough resources to go around, that when we reach a point of sustainability in our system, that there is a baseline now of stability where people, when they fail, they don't fail to the point of losing it all, but that the system is able to maintain this threshold, this baseline that is enough to sustain everyone's basic needs, so that when you do hit rock bottom, that it hits at a higher point than it is today. What our rock bottom is today, when you fail in our system, is very, very detrimental. And it's to the point where the system itself is so powerful that it's hard, when you reach rock bottom, to infiltrate back into it, to be able to regain your stability, to just get back to the bare minimum to survive, to meet your basic needs. So when people fall into drug addiction, or like fall into homelessness, or are presented to them with unequal opportunity because of the system that we're contained within, doesn't provide people enough of that outlet to be able to regain that stability, to get to the threshold to be able to just meet their basic needs. I think the goal is, with sustainability, is so we can reach a point so that that threshold, or that very rock bottom, is at a point high enough where it is sustainable to meet our basic needs, so that if you do fail, that you're still supported by the system itself, as opposed to what it is now, where if you fail, the system itself like topples and capitalizes on human suffering. If we can get to a place where everyone universally is able to get their basic needs met through the use of like solar energy, a universal basic income type thing, or just getting to a point, economically speaking, where we have enough value in the system itself to go around and universally support everyone's basic needs. You have solar energy and electric vehicles, which are driving the cost of transportation exceedingly less as the advancement of solar energy continues to innovate and improve. And because transportation now is like getting cut lower, that could, as a result, cause like just the cost of goods to become lower, cost of services to become lower. So just by, through our energy, reaching sustainability, it causes this like domino effect where it actually provides a more abundance of resources, so that we can be able to have enough resources to go around to be able to distribute enough to, again, meet bare minimum, universal basic income, or whatever it may be. Or in a different effect, creating enough capital growth in certain industries where they have an abundance of resources to be able to allocate those resources and distribute equally to everyone else. Like the whole idea of taxing big technology with this universal basic income idea to redistribute wealth for the benefit of humanity. So there are ideas in place that are, right now they're just ideas, but eventually as technology innovates and grows and expands, if that holds to effect and we have this transition to a more technological world, which is already happening, then these are the ideas that are presented to us that could be put into effect to create a more equitable world for all of humanity. And this could have global implications. So just again, highlighting that I think the root cause of the issues that we have with social injustice and the competition of feeling like we're not good enough and like this world's unfair is due to a lack of resources. And the solution to that would be creating a more sustainable world where we can raise that baseline threshold so people can be more equitable in their support of gaining that foundational opportunity or path to opportunity by meeting their basic needs. That would be the solution. And then on top of that, it is looking towards companies or things that are providing value in our economy that is aligning with that possible future. Really, essentially, it's like we're going through transition in our economy too, where we are going to have more abundance of resources, and it's like, how do we implement that? How do we distribute that in a way where it is beneficial? I think that's going to become more and more important as time goes on. Again, aligning with this whole disruption of technology and innovation that's happening right now. And oh man, yeah, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, have a good day, everyone. Peace.